Thomas Tuchel set to demand Ronald Araujo if he joins Manchester United. Thomas Tuchel is poised to request the signing of Ronald Araujo should he succeed Erik ten Hag as Manchester United's next manager. Manchester United have made a poor start to the new season, which has resulted in a lot of talk about Erik ten Hag's future at the club. The Dutch manager could be shown the exit door in the near future, and Thomas Tuchel seems to be leading the race to be the next United manager, according to a report from Fachages. The former Chelsea boss is ready to be the Red Devils manager, but he will demand the signing of Ronald Araujo if he ends up taking charge at Old Trafford. He is a big fan of the Uruguayan and wants to sign him to bring an end to United's defensive struggles. Erik ten Hag to be sacked? The Manchester-based club have only won 2 out of their 7 league outings. They had spent a fortune in the summer to reinforce their squad. Ten Hag brought in a few big-name players to help improve United's situation, but the results haven't followed. The Red Devils are 14th on the points table in the league, while they are yet to win a game in Europa League. The Dutch manager's future at Old Trafford is not certain by any means. While the United board did meet to decide on his future, they haven't made a concrete decision yet. However, it won't be a surprise if the former Ajax boss is sacked in the coming days. With ten Hag's future in doubt, Tuchel has once again emerged as the leading candidate to be the new Manchester United manager. While the former Chelsea manager is interested in the job, he has already made his demands quite clear. Tuchel wants Araujo at United. Tuchel, who is on the lookout for his next role since leaving Bayern Munich, wants the United board to promise him the signing of Barcelona's Ronald Araujo. He is a big man for the Uruguayan centre-back. While he failed to sign him during his time in Germany, Tuchel wants to work with him at Old Trafford. While United signed Leny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt during the summer, they lack strength in defensive rotation, and the former Bayern manager feels Araujo could help their cause. The 25-year-old is a key figure at Barcelona, and his contract there runs until the summer of 2026. But the report suggests that Joan Laporta will be open to sanctioning the departure of the centre-back, who is yet to feature this season. A fee of around €80 million could be enough to convince him about selling his defensive mainstay as the club tries to bring an end to their financial struggles. Former Premier League player dies at 31. Former Premier League footballer Jude Bellingham has died at the age of 31, the Greek domestic league has announced. In a post on X, the Greek Super League said, "The entire Super League football family expresses its deep sorrow for the untimely loss of Panathinaikos and our national team footballer, Jude Bellingham, and extends its deepest condolences to his family and loved ones." Bellingham spent 7 years at Sheffield United, having arrived from MK Dons in 2017. He amassed over 200 appearances in red and white before joining Greek side Panathinaikos earlier this year. England international and former Sheffield United player Harry Maguire posted R.I.P. and a heartbreak emoji alongside an image of Bellingham on Instagram. Northampton Town, where Bellingham had a loan spell in 2011, wrote on X, "We are deeply saddened to learn of the passing of former loanee Jude Bellingham at the tragically young age of 31. Made 5 appearances in 2011 before playing for Oxford United and Sheffield United. Sending our sincerest condolences to George's family and friends." Born in England, Bellingham held Greek nationality and represented the country's national team. He also previously played for Oxford United and Tamworth. Saudi Arabia claims stadium's naming rights for La Liga's Atletico Madrid. Saudi Arabia consolidated its branding push with Atletico Madrid be paying for naming rights to the Spanish club stadium for the next 9 years. Atletico, which has been sponsored by Saudi state-owned Riyadh Air since last season, said Wednesday that its Metropolitano Stadium will be known as the Riyadh Air Metropolitano henceforth until 2033. It is the third naming rights deal for the Metropolitano, which was first called the Wanda Metropolitano after a deal with the Chinese real estate group when it opened in 2017. In 2022, The venue became the Civitas Metropolitano after an agreement reached with the Spanish real estate developer. The stadium was built to replace the outdated Vicente Calderón. Atletico did not say how much it was receiving for the new agreement, which makes the Saudi Arabian company the most important sponsor in the club's history. The deal for shirt sponsorship from 2023 to 27 was already worth a reported €40 million, €44 million a season to the club. The final installation of the no name of the stadium on the main, northeast, and southeast facades will take place in the next few weeks, Atletico said. The establishment of Riyadh Air was announced by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in March 2023. It is yet to begin commercial operations. Saudi Arabia is all but confirmed to host the 2034 World Cup. It is the only candidate in a contest FIFA member federations will decide in a December 11 vote. But the oil-rich kingdom has been accused of abusing migrant workers. A global group of trade unions filed a complaint in July urging the International Labour Organization to investigate the country for severe human rights abuses and wage theft, which it said affected at least 21,000 workers over the past decade. Hosting the World Cup is part of the sweeping Vision 2030 project, backed by the Crown Prince, to modernize Saudi society and diversify the economy beyond dependence on oil. Sports and entertainment events are key to his project. Deals with Atletico provide a link to the club's CEO, Miguel Angel Gil Marin, who is board member of the influential European Club Association, which should be a key stakeholder in negotiations with FIFA over which months the 2034 World Cup will be played. Dan Friedkin, the owner and president of Italian club Roma, is another ECA board member. Roma's team jerseys have been displaying the logo of Saudi state-owned entertainment series Riyadh season since August last year. Jude Bellingham shock candidate to replace Harry Kane as false number 9 for England. Lee Carsley has considered springing a major surprise and trialing Jude Bellingham as a false 9, as the interim manager looks at how to cram as much star talent into his Englantium as possible. With captain Harry Kane likely to sit out Thursday night's game against Greece after training on his own again on Wednesday, Carsley has been assessing his options, which include Ollie Watkins and Dominic Solanke. But despite having two other out-and-out strikers to call on, Carsley is also understood to have given serious consideration to starting Bellingham as a false 9, with Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, and Anthony Gordon all starting with him. Palmer and Foden could be given the license to roam from deeper midfield positions alongside Declan Rice, with Saka and Gordon starting either side of Bellingham. While such a move might excite many fans, it could also prompt criticism of Carsley, given Bellingham is yet to score for Real Madrid this season and Watkins and Solanke have both been in good form. Watkins, who scored England's late winner in the European Championship semi-final win over the Netherlands as a substitute, has scored 4 goals for Villa this season, while Solanke has been on target 3 times for Tottenham. Bellingham's success as false 9 for Real. While Bellingham has not yet scored this season, he finished the last campaign with 27 goals for club and country, and successfully played as a false 9 for Real Madrid. The Greece game in the Nations League at Wembley is potentially Carsley's most important in terms of trying to land the permanent England job, and experimenting with Bellingham would need to work. He played Gordon as a false 9 for the England under-21s, and used Palmer in a deeper midfield role than he plays for Chelsea. Former England manager Gareth Southgate did not start Palmer at the Euros and could not find a way of fitting him, Bellingham, Foden, Saka, and Gordon all into the same sheet. Asked about Watkins and Solanke, and his options without Kane, Carsley said, "They both fully deserve to be here. The form they've both been in is very good. I spoke to them both about how important it is to stay in and around the squad. Not so much Ollie, but more Dom. That challenge to stay, to keep being consistent at Spurs, and keep putting in the performances.